vaguely aware of immigration law. I've done this since 1984. I forgot more about the immigration law than AOC will ever know. Matter of fact, the hearing a couple of years ago, I had explained to her that entering the country illegally was actually a crime. So, I'm not going to play that game with her. I simply made a statement. When you sit down with people who are wanted by us, criminal aliens that have been ordered deported from the United States government, and ignore that order, if you and I ignored that order, we'd be sitting in prison. But they ignored an order from a federal judge. They're hiding in a home, and she's telling them not to open the door.
Which includes family separation.
The same as is with every U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a child.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father
Mr.
from his
Homan,
family.
with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum, you go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Okay.
Okay. So should
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We got to talk about it, man. Tom Homan standing on business. AOC up in New York is aiding and abetting criminals. If that is true, and these are allegations, but if it is true, they got to look at figuring out how to a way to impeach her behind. She's got to go. How are you going to be in Congress? How are you going to be in Congress supporting criminals, aiding and abetting, leaking information? Tom Homan is standing on it, and he's trying to work with the mayor up in New York, Eric Adams. You know, they're making some steps to get into Rikers Island to help get these criminals out of our country. But let's check this interview out here, because he absolutely snaps. He snaps on AOC and basically threatens to lock her behind up, and that'd be a sight to see. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it.
Here, the arrests are up, and yet you still get pushback from the sanctuary cities. How significant is that pushback, and is it stopping you from doing your job?
Oh, it's absolutely not going to stop us. I mean, it makes our job more difficult, makes the job more dangerous. I mean, the numbers, as you said, we're more than twice the numbers as Joe Biden had a year ago from today, and the vast majority of them being public safety threats. But am I happy? No, I want more, because we had, last count, we had over 600,000 illegal aliens with criminal convictions walking the streets of this country. So we got a lot of them to find. But sanctuary city makes it difficult. What's most concerning, though, it makes it more dangerous. When we can arrest a bad guy in a county jail, if one officer arrests one guy in the safety and security of a county jail or a state prison. But when these sanctuary cities release a public safety threat back into the public, which on its face is just ridiculous, it's more dangerous for the ICE officers to make that arrest. It's more dangerous for the alien, and it's certainly more dangerous for the communities. Releasing a public safety threat back in the community is just dumb, and it puts the communities at great risk of more crime. So we want to work with the sanctuary cities and get into the jail. Give us access to the guy that you locked in a jail cell. That's who we want to talk to.
Well, I mean, look, you've got Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez doing webinars to explain to illegal immigrants how to evade ICE arrests, and then she tweeted out after something you said maybe she's going to be in trouble now, and she says maybe he can learn to read the Constitution would be a good place to start. She's continuing her resist efforts against your efforts, Tom.
Look, I forgot more about the Constitution, immigration enforcement as you ever know. I mean, I had to educate her during congressional testimony that entering the country illegally is a crime. So, whatever. But what she needs to do is read the statutes enacted by Congress. Title 8, United States Code 1324, United States. Title 8, United States Code 1324 and 25. That's what she needs to read, because it's illegal to enter this country. It's a crime to enter this country illegally. Not only that, when you harbor and conceal and impede law enforcement, that's a felony. So what she's doing, she says she's, educating them as to their constitutional rights. And we all know they got constitutional rights, but what she's really doing, you and I and the rest of the country knows, she's trying to teach them how to evade law enforcement. Now, I just said, well, out of the gate, we're concentrating on public safety threats, national security threats. So she's educating those in the country illegally with a significant criminal conviction, public safety threat. Don't open your door, don't dot the I's. Here's how you invade law enforcement. Let's hope she's not educating the next person who gets out and murders a young college student in Georgia. I mean, these are bad people we're looking for. So she can call it education all she wants, but we all know it's about evading law enforcement. These people have been ordered removed. The people we're looking for right now have final orders. They're criminals. They're in the country illegally. A judge has ordered them removed. They become a fugitive. And these are the folks she's helping. So I've asked the Department of Justice to look at this. Where is the line on impediment? Where does that fine line so we can instruct ICE officers what they can do when people don't open the doors or try to evade their arrest? So I simply asked DOJ, give me a legal opinion, because every Department of Justice will interpret things differently. What is the legal opinion on impediment? And we'll see what happens.
How significant are the businesses that the dangerous...
I want to say this. The DOJ, I hope, Pam Bondi, go lock her up. She needs to catch a charge for this. She needs to catch a charge for this. And if one of these people that she has helped gets out and unalives grapes or commits any other heinous act, she also should be charged with an accessory to the crime. You're helping these people stay here illegally and commit crimes in our country. You are a United States congressperson, congresswoman. Your number one priority is the citizens of the United States of America, especially the citizens and the constituents where you are, where your district is, that helped you get into office. I hope those people up in New York, up in Queens, I think there's a small section of the Bronx. I believe there's another small section, I believe, of like Long Island. I hope they see this. Y'all have to get this lady up out of office come 2026, man. She has to go. She is a detriment to the United States of America, man.
Cartels have started up in America. I'm talking about the human trafficking businesses, the safe houses in several cities in this country, and the stash houses, as well as the drug cartel business. How significant has that business become that the drug cartels are running inside America?
Look, the drug cartels are like a Fortune 500 company. Some of these drug cartels, the Jalisco cartel, they're operating in 43 nations, 43 different countries around the globe. They used to be, back in my day when I was an agent, they were responsible for, smuggling drugs into the United States and to our major cities, and it'd be distributed by local gangs. Now they have a footprint in every major city in this nation. They have taken over the distribution channels within the United States. They have a strong foothold here, and that's why we're concentrating. We're concentrating on drug cartels. We're concentrating on TDA, Tren de Agua. I'm not going to be happy to every single one of Tren de Aguas out of this country. They need to be eradicated, along with MS-13. Well, this is why President Trump, again, he proves every day why he's the greatest president in my lifetime. He designated them terrorist organizations. Why did he do that? Because they've killed more Americans than every terrorist organization in the world combined. They've killed thousands of journalists and law enforcement in Mexico. They've killed thousands of citizens. They're acting like a terrorist organization. They've killed more Americans than any terrorist organization. So President Trump did the right thing. Designated them a terrorist organization. We'll bring the weight of the world on them. President Trump will wipe them off the face of the earth by the time he's done.
And that has allowed you to get tougher on them because he has deemed them terrorist organizations.
Absolutely. President Trump, look what this president's done in just the first month of him being in office. Illegal crossings on the border are down 90%. 90% in just a matter of a couple of weeks. And what does that mean, Maria? It means less people are dying crossing the border. Less Americans are dying from fentanyl overdoses. Less women and children being sex trafficked across that border. Less terrorists are getting in. President Trump has taken incredible action on the border. We're already at a high state of security on the southern border. We're arresting twice as many illegal alien criminals that Biden did. We're on a lightning speed to do what the president promised the American people he would do.
Tom, thank you so much for your effort.
I love it, and I agree with them. President Trump is showing himself to be the best president that I've ever experienced. And granted the fact, I haven't been around a long time. And as an adult, let's see, Bush, Obama, Trump, Biden. So there's been 4 presidents in office since I've been an adult. Wow. And when you start talking about the border crossings is down 90%, criminal deportations is up 137%. That's real work being done. And I appreciate Tom Homan, not only taking on the job because it is a tough job. And I appreciate the ICE agents and I appreciate those guys working down there at the border. This is a tough job. I appreciate the police departments that, are doing everything that they can within reason or within the laws that and the confines that they have, especially those up in New York and some of these other sanctuary cities. I appreciate them because they're running to the danger. They're putting their lives on the lines, to protect this country and to protect the citizens of this nation, man. And it's just unfortunate that you have people like AOC and others who are doing everything that they can to thwart what ICE and what the borders are Tom Homan is trying to do, which is trying to get these criminals out of our country and make our country safer. People up there in New York, I am challenging you, find somebody that can run against this lady and get her up out of office. She needs to be primary, but ultimately we need to see somebody red or independent in that seat come 2026. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's when the next election for her is up. It's got to happen, man. It's got to happen. I mean, this lady is ridiculous. And it's obvious that she's putting illegal immigrants over the United States of America and our citizens. And that's not right, man. It's not right. But I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate everybody supporting. If you would like to go the extra mile and support the channel financially, consider joining the ARP family. Super chat, super thanks, or you can buy your man a coffee. Link in the description box below. When you hit the subscribe button, turn that notification on. Make sure you click the all button so you're privy to every time a new upload is made. I appreciate everybody that supports the channel on a day-to-day basis, man. Keep God first in your life. Stay prayed up, and we will catch up with you all next time. Peace.
Vibes so